Hi everyone, it's Danny here from Our Humble Home DIY, back again, and in today's video I'm going to be making for you one of my signs, but this one is a little bit different because well, it's for a wedding. I have done a wedding one before. Actually, I have done a wedding one, but I normally do it on like 100% cotton linen look type of fabric. This lady asked me to do it on a really sheer sort of fabric, and I'm thinking, oh no, I can't do that. And I said to her, no, I'm not going to be able to. But the more I thought about it, I thought, I wonder if I could. I wonder if the problem was really sourcing the fabric. I didn't really know what type of fabric to use. I have seen them advertised on Etsy, and I've seen them, they also pop up on Facebook Marketplace, the really sheer signs, and they are really pretty. But the problem with the sheer fabric too is having a raw edge, not wanting it to fray, because on something sheer like that, you don't particularly want seams at the sides or at the bottom or the top. And I thought, oh, where am I going to get the fabric from? So I was looking through Temu. I get a lot of my products from there. They're really good. And don't get mad at me if there's someone out there that is against Temu, because I've had comments going really mad at me just for saying I'm promoting Temu. I'm not promoting it, I'm just saying this is where I'm getting my things from. Some things, not all things, but I've found it's come in really handy. Anyway, I found this fabric on Temu. It's a chiffon, and it comes in 70 centimeter wide or 30 centimeter wide fabric, and the one I got was 70 centimeters, 3 meters. So 70 centimeters is a perfect width, and 3 meters is long, but it would also be nice on a taller stand, I suppose. You know, when you order anything from any online store, you really don't know what you're going to get. So I really did not know what I was going to get with this. I have taken one out of the packet, and I was really impressed with it. I thought this is really nice. The edges didn't seem to be fraying because it seemed to be more of a knit type of fabric, and knit fabrics don't really fray, or they don't fray easily anyway. So I was pleased with that. There are no seams. I really don't have to do anything to the fabric apart from maybe putting the grommets in and printing on it. So in this week's video, or in today's video, that's what I'm going to be doing. Trying it out for the first time, seeing how it goes. One of the favorite parts of the process when I make any of my signs is the weeding of it. Also the designing of it. I love to talk to the people, they message me and they tell me what they want, and designing things. Some people are easy to please, others not so easy, but that's okay. It's all part of the process and they don't have to apologize for that. So this was the design these are the fonts, and this is what Natalie actually wanted on her. And I might even pop the design up on the screen that I created for her. And I do all of that in Canva. I design it and send the design to them. They approve it, or they want it changed, and then I will do that. I will download it as a transparent file, and then I will cut it out and pop it into Cricut and cut it out. So I'm just placing the text onto the fabric, and I'm using my Ryobi laser straight line, and I did a video on that. It's been amazing. I can't do without it actually, and it's just made the process so much more seamless and easy. As you can see, the fabric is so sheer you can hardly even see the fabric that I've pinned up onto the wall. So I make sure I find the straight line, and I will stick the fabric on the wall so that when I do put the text on or stick it on, I will know it's straight. If the fabric isn't straight and I'm putting the text on straight, is going to be crooked anyway, but it has been marvelous. And so this is basically the process. So also I am offsetting this print, so it'll be off to the side and all down the side. So with the laser line you can use it horizontally, but also you can use it vertically, so I will know exactly how far off the end it is, and it will all be even. It's not going to be uneven, and I'm not guessing and I'm not measuring every little thing. Sometimes I do go back and measure in between the text to make sure that I've got it right, but it always is right, and it's just made such a huge difference. It is very hard to see the white print on the clear, and at this point I was sort of a little concerned about it, thinking, is this going to be obvious enough? I think the idea with this is, though, it is meant to be subtle and it is meant to be pretty, it's meant to be fine. So at this point I'm thinking, well look, if it's not obvious enough and if it doesn't really work out at any point, then I can redo it. That's no problem at all. Also, heat pressing onto such fine fabric, like this fabric was almost like trying to work with a spider's web. It's just so fine. I was really scared that even though I'm pressing it on at the recommended temperature, which is 150 degrees for 15 seconds, I almost felt like it was just too much because the fabric was so fine. I didn't want to burn a hole in it. Yeah, at this point I actually was so annoyed at myself because I was double checking by measuring, and in doing so I moved the print, so I had to re-measure, and it took me a little bit to do that, but that's okay. As long as in the end everything is straight and fine, I don't mind, you know, spending as much time on it as I need to. I also did put eyelets at the top. That was another thing, putting the eyelets in at the top. I really didn't know how that would go on such fine fabric. It does work well on thicker fabric, but on fine fabric I'm thinking, is it even going to stay in place? But that worked out really well. And like I said before, I think I bought that eyelet gun from Temu as well. I ended up only paying $10 and I got 200 eyelets, and that was included too, and I will put a link down below. So just attaching it because I did want to see how it actually draped and what it looked like once I'd finished before I actually gave it and sold it to my client. And I was ultra pleased with it, and I sent her a picture and she said she actually had tears in her eyes when she saw it. She actually loved it. Her wedding will be next month in October, so I'm really hoping that she loves it as much then. I did leave it 3 meters long, and she said, well, if I need to cut it I can, and I thought that's fine. In the future I will be cutting them down to 2 meters, I think. Looking at it here, I realized that if it's light at the back, the writing, especially if it's white, is going to look darker. When there's a bit of darkness at the back, if it's in shadow or undercover, the writing will look a lot whiter. So it will depend on where the actual stand is, as you can see there. But I love it, the client loved it, and that's all that matters. And I have another one to do soon. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a great week, and I'll see you all in next week's video. Bye for now. So it's taken a little while for me to get around to doing this. It's probably about 6 weeks to 2 months. But in this video I will be staining the deck, and I'll also be adding a little feature to the front.